Mike Quinsey, channeling his higher self, June 8, 2018. Website, Tree of the Golden Light. Your patience is remarkable and to be commended, as you have known that important events are affecting you and your world. They have been near to being revealed for quite a long time, and you will be rewarded in more ways than one, and will know by now that nothing can prevent the changes from taking place. The planet itself is also going through critical changes, and has been so for quite some considerable time, and is responsible for the indifferent and unusual weather patterns you have been experiencing. The final outcome will be to your satisfaction and joy, as the extremes you experience will no longer take place. As you no doubt realize, the weather plays an important part in many of your experiences, perhaps more than you realize, and one of its most important roles is where your food production is concerned. Again, be reassured that any problems will only be temporary, and looking into the far future, you will have food replicators and able to draw water that can be used for drinking from the air around you. Those who are responsible for pointing you in the right direction are always preparing new innovations or systems that will lead you into a future where life becomes more pleasant and much easier. Dust has always been a problem, but again that will eventually be taken care of by units that will remove it and purify the air around you. As you might expect, being in the new age brings with it many new inventions and different ways to what you have always done in the past, that are less expensive and less time-consuming. In fact, you will progressively find that as a result you will have much more time for yourselves. That will be very useful inasmuch that you will have ample time for your hobbies or interests that you follow. You might, for example, be one who likes to travel the world and see how others live, and the methods of travel will be quite different to now. There will be ultra-speedy links to all parts of the world and much through underground travel, independent of the track system you currently use. Traveling the oceans by ship will become a thing of the past except for leisure pursuits, and shipping generally will be considered outdated and too expensive. Traditional air travel will be overtaken by flying craft that use the Earth's magnetism as a power source, as many extraterrestrials already do. In the course of all of these changes, humanity itself will experience an expanded consciousness, and things such as telepathy will be commonplace. Generally, much to do with the human experience will change, and with your love of gadgets, most functions connected with day-to-day needs will be automatic. Robots are starting to carry out some simple functions, and will come more into the picture as time passes. They will carry out tasks presently done manually, and there is no limit to how far their usefulness can be programmed. Television will eventually give out a 3D picture that will be projected in front of you. All of these advancements are already known, even if only as ideas that can lead to projects that will benefit you. From the higher realms we place ideas upon those people who are in a position to use and develop them for the benefit of humanity. We ensure that a number of suitable people are programmed so that the ideas do not become dormant. Our purpose is not to lead you onto a particular path unless you have first grasped an idea and need help in developing it. In general terms, it is you who have ideas as to what may be needed and how to provide it, and it is at that stage that we prompt you with some guidance as to how it can best be used. The emphasis has always been upon encouraging you to map out your own future needs, and we will oversee your development if needed. Remember that at no time are you left entirely to your own devices, and there are always your guides on hand to help. However, there is no interference in your life except that there are points in your development that call for change, and we will try to guide you towards the path that you need to be on to fulfill your life contract. There is sometimes a compromise between your free will intentions and your dedicated pathway. The key word is to follow your intuition, and if you feel prompted to take a certain action, do so knowing that it is most likely from your guides who can see the bigger picture. They would certainly not mislead you or go against your decisions. The likelihood is that they have often impressed upon you the best action to be taken, but would nevertheless never impose those ideas upon you. As time passes, your friends and helpers from the higher realms will come nearer to you, and there will be a time when they will make themselves known to you and speak openly. Naturally, there will also be the opportunity for you to speak with your departed friends and family. After all, there is no such thing as death except with your understanding of what it means, which in most instances is permanent death. Do you realize that you have a soul, are immortal, and have already lived many, many lives, even before you took on the human attributes? You are already very experienced, but take on a new persona each time you leave a godhead for further experiences, and you continually grow through them and each time take them back to the godhead. Prior to your earth incarnations, your memory is erased so as to ensure you are not distracted from the tasks at hand. Your challenge has been to rise up above the lower vibrations and find your way back to the light, when success makes you a more powerful and stronger being. As you have also been told before, your evolution will still continue with the object of making you a galactic being, in readiness for the next series of experiences to increase your spiritual growth even further. Dear ones, it may seem incredible that out the chaos and disruption that is taking place on Earth, you will move on to a path that will change everything, and finally lead you back to a high level that in reality you are most familiar with. Growth comes through experience, and you are given opportunities that will achieve that goal. At all times you are guided so as to achieve the maximum success and make progress where your life plan is concerned. As I have told you previously, it is planned with such objectives in mind, but if you choose a different pathway, it is honored because of your free will. Invariably you will eventually find your way back to the one agreed, that is normally proved to be best for you. Incredible times await you in the near future, so hold your place in the light and you will be helping to bring the changes closer to manifestation. I will leave you with love and blessings, and may the light brighten your days and path to completion. This message comes through my higher self, my God self, and every soul has the same connection to God. In love and light. Mike Quinsey.